Hello friends, welcome to the BPSC junction. Let's start with the chapter number 7, that is our country India. India is a country of vast geographical expanse. In the north it is bounded by lofty Himalayas, the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east and the Indian Ocean in the south. Vasas the source of the Indian peninsula. India has an area about 3.28 million square kilometers. The north-south extent from Ladakh to Kanyakumari is about 3,200 kilometers, and the east-west extent from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch is about 2,900 kilometers. The lofty mountains, the Great Indian Desert, the northern plains, the uneven plateau surface, and the coast and islands present a diversity of landforms. There is a great variety in the climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as in the language and culture. In this in this di- in this diversity, we find that is reflected in traditions that bind us one nation. India has a population of more than 120 crore since the year 2011. It is the second most populous country of the world after China. The peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. Location. Snell setting. India is located in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree 30-minute north, passes almost halfway through the country, and from the south to north, mainland of India extends between 8 degree 4-minute north and 37 degree 6-minute north latitude. From west to east, India extends between 68 degrees 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east longitudes. If we divide the world into eastern and western hemisphere, which hemisphere would India belong to? Due to the great longitudinal extent of about 29 degrees, there would be wide difference in local time of place located in two extreme points of India. As such, the difference between these points would be of about 2 hours. As you have learnt earlier, local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. The sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the east Arunachal Pradesh than the western Gujarat. You have already read earlier that while local time of longitude of 82 degree 30-minute east has been taken as Indian Standard Time, the meridian or longitude is also termed as the standard meridian of India. Do you know large countries which stretch extensively from east to west do not have a single standard time for the whole country? The USA and Canada have 7 and 6 time zones respectively. Do you remember how many time zones are there in Russia? Indian neighbors. There are 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. Find out the names of this country from the figure 7.1. How many of these countries do not have the access to any ocean or sea? Across the sea to south lie only island neighbors, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Pak Strait. Political and administrative divisions. India is a vast country. For administrative purpose, country is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. Delhi is the national capital. States have been formed mainly on the basis of language. Physical divisions. India is marked by diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coast and islands. Standing as a sentinels in the north are the lofty snow-capped Himalaya. Him plus Alaya means the abode of snow. Himalayan mountains were divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The northern is the Great Himalaya or Himadri. The world's highest peaks are located in this range. Middle Himalaya or Himachal lies to the south of Himadri. Many popular hill stations are situated here. Find out the names of 5 hill stations. The Sivalik is the southernmost range. Alluvial deposits. These are the very fine soil brought by rivers and deposits in the river basin. tributary, river or a stream which contributes its water to main river by discharging it into main river from either side. The northern Indian plains lie to the south of Himalaya. They are generally level and flat. These are formed by alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. The river plains provide fertile land for cultivation. That is the reason for high concentration of population in these plains. Do you know the Ganga and Brahmaputra form the world's largest delta, that is Sundarban Delta. The delta is triangular in shape. It is an area of land formed by the mouth of river where river enter the sea. The point is called mouth of river. The western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert. It is dry, hot, sandy stretch of land. It has very little vegetation. To the south of northern plain lies peninsular plateau. It is triangular in shape. The relief is highly uneven. This is the reason with numerous hill ranges and valleys. Aravalli Hills, one of the oldest ranges of the world, border it on the northwest side. Vindhyas and the Satpuras are other important ranges. The river Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. These are the west flowing rivers that drain into Arabian Sea. The Western Ghats or Sahyadris borders the plateau in the west, and Eastern Ghat provide eastern boundary, while the Western Ghats are almost continuous and Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. The plateau is rich in minerals like coal and iron ore. To the west of the Western Ghat and the east of Eastern Ghat lie the coastal plains. Western coastal plains are very narrow. Eastern coastal plains are much broader. There are a number of east-flowing rivers. These rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri drain into Bay of Bengal. These rivers have formed fertile deltas at their mouth. The Sundarban Delta is formed where the Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into the Bay of Bengal. Do you know corals are the skeletons of teeny marine animals called polyps? When the living polyps die, their skeletons are left. Other polyps grow on the top of the hard skeleton, which grows higher and higher, thus forming coral islands. Two groups of islands also form the part of India. Lakshadweep Islands are located in Arabian Sea. These are coral islands located off the coast of Kerala. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the southeast of Indian mainland in the Bay of Bengal. Do you know which group of islands were affected by tsunami in 2004? Find out through newspaper reports and by speaking to people how in different ways people face this challenge when tsunami struck in Indian coast. Tsunami is a huge sea wave generated due to the earthquake on the sea floor.